What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Liverpool West Ham United post-match analysis and review video, and we will talk about League Cup draw of the fourth round where Liverpool will play Brighton away from home. So we will look at the crazy fixture list that Liverpool have coming from the middle of October, but this game was absolutely a joy to watch. Liverpool played very exciting attacking football against a pretty resolute West Ham team. But in the end, Liverpool won 5-1, just like last season, on our way to winning the League Cup. But I think if Liverpool go very deep in this competition, that will endanger our Premier League and Champions League campaign, because Liverpool don't have a big enough squad to go to the final of every competition, in my opinion. So we should definitely prioritize the Premier League and the Champions League. But of course, Liverpool have such a brilliant winning mentality that our players will want to win every game. And of course, the League Cup is a very important competition in the autumn for giving playing time to the likes of Kevin Kelleher, Conor Bradley, Joe Gomez, Jero Kwanzaa, Tsimikas, Endo, Chiesa. These guys will play a lot. Even Cody Gakpo is at the moment behind Luis Diaz in the pecking order. I thought Cody Gakpo and Diogo Jota were especially sensational. My man of the match was Cody Gakpo. He could have scored 4 goals. Fabianski made a couple of incredible saves before Gakpo scored in the 90th and in the 93rd minute. And I love how he is playing just like at the Euros with the Netherlands, and Gakpo got his first 2 goals of the season. But the Liverpool started pretty well, but then came a sucker punch. West Ham United had a set piece, the ball is bubbling around in the area. Julian Alvarez, the Mexican defensive midfielder, had the ball and Conor Bradley tries to clear it, and then Endo clears the ball, but the ball hits Kwanzaa's leg and goes into the Liverpool net. So actually Liverpool scored 6 goals yesterday and won 5-1. So it was a very unlucky Kwanzaa own goal. He didn't know much about it. But Liverpool straight away bounced back and we scored a sensational equalizer after a brilliant triangle of passes on the wing. Gakpo is released onto the left wing channel. He crosses it to Chiesa, who bicycle kicks it into the ground. It loops up into the air, and Diogo Jota gets ahead of Kilman and ahead of Fabianski, the West Ham goalkeeper, to head in the equalizer. Absolutely brilliant goal. And Cody Gakpo had a big chance which deflected just wide of the post at the end of the first half. So it should have been 2-1 Liverpool, but it was 1-1 at the half time. But then Liverpool came roaring in the second half. Diogo Jota scored an absolutely sensational goal after Curtis Jones, who truly arrived for this season in this game. He picked the ball up in his own half. He somehow evades the challenges of the West Ham players. He wriggles past 3 or 4 West Ham defenders and midfielders. He passes it to Gakpo, and then Curtis Jones gets it back, and then he nutmegs, I think, Max Kilman and releases a through ball to Diogo Jota, who slots it home into the far corner. Such a brilliant piece of play by Curtis Jones and clinical finishing by Diogo Jota. Of course, then Jota got taken off and Chiesa, because we wanted to protect them, and Chiesa isn't fit enough to play the full 90 minutes. But then Salah and McAllister came on. I mean, that shows that Arne Slot wanted to win this game. And then Salah scored a brilliant goal after a great run by Conor Bradley. He crosses it low and hard into McAllister's path. He shoots, the goalkeeper makes a big save, but then Salah slots it into the roof of the net, and it was absolutely brilliant. This is only Salah's 3rd goal in the League Cup. I checked the records, and Salah only scored 6 goals in the FA Cup and 3 goals in the League Cup. Because we tend to rotate in these competitions, Salah doesn't always get a lot of opportunities and a lot of goals. But then came the Cody Gakpo late show, and West Ham had some chances of their own. Kelleher made a couple of really big saves. Julian Alvarez got a second yellow card for tackling Salah. Very stupid challenge. challenge. On the wing, Salah was running. There was no danger to the West Ham goal. And Julian Alvarez with a late tackle gets a second yellow. He got his first yellow after tackling Tsimikas in the first half. So after West Ham went down to 10 men and Liverpool were already 3-1 up, the game was pretty much over. And Darwin Núñez gave an assist to Cody Gakpo's first goal. And the second goal, it's after a clearance. Cody Gakpo keeps the ball brilliantly and then he cuts inside. And his first goal, Cody Gakpo's first goal, is a very hard, powerful, low shot into the bottom corner of the near post, and the second is the shot into the far post, which gets deflected off Todibo's leg. But Cody Gakpo does this, that sometimes he shoots hard to the far post and then his next shot is to the near post. So the goalkeeper always has to kind of guess where Cody Gakpo is going, and his shots are so powerful that if the goalkeeper doesn't anticipate where the ball is going, near post or far post, it's very hard to get down and save it. And that's why the first Cody Gakpo goal went in, because Fabianski expected, I think, a shot to the far corner, because Cody Gakpo had another shot already very hard to the far post. But that time he reverses it into the near post bottom corner and Fabianski couldn't get down to it. I thought the defense was pretty good for Liverpool. Joe Gomez and Conor Bradley particularly had really good games. The midfield, Curtis Jones was fantastic. Endo also had a pretty good game. Curtis Jones had a 95% pass accuracy. He had 4 shots in total. He had 2 successful dribbles out of 2. Only won 29% of his ground duels. So Curtis Jones is not really a good defensive midfielder, but yeah, he can play as a double pivot. Endo, 94% pass accuracy, absolutely sensational in his passing, but only 2 out of his 8 ground duels was won. But he won 75% of his aerial duels, so Waterando also had a pretty good game. And it was really interesting that Diogo Jota played in this like false 9 or attacking midfielder spot, and Darwin Núñez was the focal point. He played up front, but sometimes, you know, Núñez came back and Jota was playing up front, so it was a really fluid formation. Chiesa played right wing and Cody Gakpo played left wing most of the time. I felt Chiesa had a very good game. He had a couple of shots which went off target, but 82% pass accuracy, and he got an assist after one of his shots, fell to Jota. And Darwin Núñez also had a pretty good game. And the fact that Darwin Núñez played the full 90 minutes signals to me that he will be on the bench against Wolves and Jota will start. Núñez also had 87% pass accuracy, and he won 3 tackles, Darwin Núñez, out of 4, which is really, really impressive. And he won a higher percentage of ground duels than Curtis Jones and Waterando, which is also curious. Cody Gakpo scored 2 goals. He had a total of 6 shots. 1 of them got blocked, but 4 out of his 5 shots that didn't get blocked was on target. And Gakpo also had a 94% pass accuracy, so absolutely fantastic game by Cody Gakpo. Arne Slot has a very good selection dilemma for himself, whether Luis Diaz or Cody Gakpo should start in the Premier League. At the moment, Luis Diaz is flying, so he will probably start. But Cody Gakpo is banging on the door, and Cody Gakpo will play a lot of games. So Liverpool got drawn to the Brighton away from home in the League Cup, and I wouldn't be too disappointed if Liverpool went out against Brighton, because as I said, the schedule is absolutely crazy. If Liverpool go far in the League Cup, where will we fit in all these games? Because Liverpool already have 8 Champions League league phase games, 2 of them coming in January, and Liverpool also have a lot of Premier League games, but Liverpool's schedule is pretty crazy. The next few games are alright. We play Wolves, and then Bologna at home and Crystal Palace away, Wolves away. So those are 3 tough games, but not the toughest. And Liverpool should win all 3 of them. But this is where the schedule gets absolutely insane. So from October the 20th, we play Chelsea at home, Leipzig away, Arsenal away, Brighton away in the League Cup, then Brighton at home in the Premier League, and then Leverkusen, Aston Villa, both at home, Southampton away, Real Madrid at home, Man City at home, Newcastle away, Everton away, and even Girona away is tough. So in 1.5 months, we play 13 games between October the 20th and December the 10th. That's 1 month and 20 days, something like that. And Liverpool play 13 games. And 13 games which are all tough. Maybe Southampton away is the easiest, but every other game is against a really top team. Really, really good team. I mean, even Newcastle away are very tough. Brighton away, Brighton at home, those are very, very tough games. So that will be a real test. But the good news is Liverpool have worked a lot with the players, with Arne Slot, implementing his philosophy, his tactics, his playing style. So by the time this run starts at the end of October, even though there is an international break in between, which is always worrying whether Liverpool will come back with some injuries or not, the Liverpool-Chelsea game starts that insane 13-game run. If we could win like 10 out of those 13 games, that would be absolutely outstanding. And that will be a true test for Liverpool. So Liverpool have to be very careful with the League Cup. I think we should play our full second team and only play players who haven't played a lot in the first team, and maybe, give Tyler Morton and Trey Nyoni some playing time as well. Because as I said, if Liverpool go far in all 4 competitions, I feel that will hurt our chances in the Premier League and in the Champions League. And I want Liverpool to go all out for those 2 competitions. We already won the League Cup twice in the last 3 years. We won it in 2022 and 2024, and we already won the FA Cup in 2022 as well. And don't get me wrong, I want Liverpool to take the FA Cup more seriously than the League Cup, but the League Cup is the competition which Liverpool should only play the fringe players who don't usually play in the Premier League. And I think Arne Slot knows that. Hopefully people will tell him that the schedule gets absolutely insane in January and February if you get to the League Cup semi-finals. They should completely scrap the 2-legged semi-finals. I think it makes no sense. Just make it 1 leg, just like in all the other rounds. Whoever gets home, draw. Thankfully, Man City didn't get an easy draw this time. They will play Tottenham away, and Chelsea will play the winner of the Wimbledon-Newcastle game. That game got postponed because Wimbledon's stadium got flooded. Good luck to them repairing their stadium. But Newcastle-Chelsea, if Newcastle go through, looks like a tasty time. Man United will play Leicester at home, and Preston will play Arsenal. So Arsenal got the easiest draw. Aston Villa Crystal Palace, another Premier League tie. Brentford will play Sheffield Wednesday, and Southampton will play Stoke City. So if Liverpool go past Brighton, there will be a lot of teams getting knocked out, a lot of big teams getting knocked out from the League Cup, and Arsenal against Preston is the easiest for Arsenal. I think Arsenal out of the big teams have the easiest draw, so let's wait and see how those games go. And Arne Slot praised Diogo Jota, saying, I think Diogo Jota deserved it because he played a lot of good games for us already. He was only on the score sheet in the first game against Ipswich, and he has been important for us in every single game he played, but the striker also wants to score goals. I'm pleased for him that he scored 2, although he played in a number 10 position. He scored 2 really good goals, and Cody Gakpo, like 15-20 minutes before the end of the game, he cleared the ball in his own 18-yard box, and that is also shows what he brings to our game apart from scoring 2 goals. I see Cody Gakpo in training, Arne Slot said, and the way he hits the ball in and around the 18-yard box is with incredible speed. So I'm not surprised to see him scoring like this. Someone just told me he scored a similar goal last season in this cup against West Ham, so I'm not surprised to see him score, not in the way he did. But it's not only about them scoring, it's also about defending in their own 18-yard box. The whole team really defended with everything and attacked with everything, and I really like that. And Arne Slot is cleverly rotating and managing the minutes of players. He said, I think we are trying to manage Jota's minutes like the others in the best possible way, but we also try to prepare them during the week and during the first months of preseason to prepare them for so many games in the Premier League. Sometimes there are small margins, sometimes you can be unlucky as well. If you saw what happened with Rodri, that is so unlucky for him. It's trying to prepare them in the best worst possible way, but in the end you need a bit of luck as well. What the players can do is be as professional as possible, live in the best possible way for their career, and I think that's what they have done until now and what they are doing at the moment. And we as a staff try to prepare them in the best way to go without injuries through this period. But it will be a miracle if nobody gets injured, because we have 3 international breaks plus like 30 games from August until December, or 35 games in all competitions. Absolutely crazy schedule, and I'm glad that more and more people are speaking out about it, because in England to play every 3 games for months is really not healthy and not sustainable, and that's why you need big squads. Arne Slot also praised Federico Chiesa's performance. He said it was pleasing to see that Chiesa could already play 60 minutes. I said in the last press conference he hasn't played a lot, but he hasn't played hardly any minutes in the last 3 or 4 months. So for him it is important that apart from getting more match fitness, he has to have playing minutes. That's what he got today. He assisted, although it was a shot on target that provided Jota for goal. He worked really hard, and it is normal he's not already in the top of his ability. He has to get used to the club and to his teammates. He has to adjust to the playing style. It was very good to see how match fit he already is, so we can use him if we need him. And Jota nutmegged West Ham defender absolutely brilliantly, but then his cross didn't result in a goal. But Keys already is showing flashes of his brilliance. So long may it continue, and thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this post-match analysis and reaction video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.